Lesson 8, Mercury. Throughout this chapter on the planets, we will be using music, props, and more involved contemplations to access this subject material. Mercury is all about how your mind works. It is the part of you that figures out how you make sense of the world, formulate ideas, and share them with others. Your speech, communication style, and sense of humor are all concerns of Mercury. It is helpful to know the qualities of your Mercury sign because you can help you to understand why you are able to communicate very well with some people and not so good with others. All the planets, except the Sun and the Moon, will appear to go into retrograde motion for various lengths of time during the year. This is because of their orbiting time spans in comparison to the Earth. Mercury's transiting retrograde periods are particularly noticeable in daily life. They tend to bring confusions in communications and to cause technology snafus and missed calls. It is very beneficial to monitor when transiting Mercury goes retrograde because of this. In the birth chart, many people will have Mercury in retrograde motion. What this does is to cause the person to have a more reflective and introverted mindset. These people will want to mull things over more than most people drawing conclusions. It also gives a person an interest in the past and tends to provide a good memory. Correspondences of Mercury. Mercury resonates at 141.27 Hertz. Mercury corresponds to the Vishuddha, or throat chakra. The properties of Mercury help with speech, communications, and intellectual affairs. Mercury helps people to be better teachers to each other and helps with their overall receptivity and understanding of various communications. Mercury will also open people to knowledge and clear thoughts. The animals that correspond with Mercury are the baboon, jackal, fox, carrier pigeon, magpie, swifts, and butterflies. The angelic being that is associated with Mercury is Raphael. The element of Mercury is air. The flowers, herbs, and other vegetation that correspond to Mercury are the iris, parsley, dill, snapdragons, rosemary, gotu kola, valerian, marjoram, lavender, and plants with fine or feathery leaves, because this is thought to resemble the nervous system, as well as all medicinal plants that affect the brain function, speech, thought, lungs, nervous system, and especially those that quicken these functions. Also, fast-growing weeds, creepers, winding plants, herbs that combine well with other herbs, and herbs that are fleetingly aromatic, often with a licorice flavor. The incense and perfume fragrances of Mercury are dill, fennel, bergamot, lemongrass, licorice, and lavender. The metal of Mercury is mercury. The crystals and minerals that correspond to Mercury are carnelian, banded agate, and topaz. The colors associated with Mercury are orange, yellow, and mother of pearl. The day of the week associated with Mercury is Wednesday. To help you understand and have a personal experience of the essence of Mercury, gather items from the above correspondence list in the space that you do your contemplations. This will help you access this energy. Read through the list and then collect as many of the items as you can. Pictures of some of these items will do, but you do need to have the perfume or incense smell of Mercury wafting in the air. It is very beneficial to have a Mercury type of crystal to hold while you contemplate, as is the lighting of an orange or yellow candle to be placed on the table that you have an orange or yellow cloth on, and that you have collected all other Mercury correspondence items on. At this point, I would like you to hold your crystal, light the candle and incense, then gaze at the other Mercury items that you have been able to collect on your orange-yellow cloth. Then play the piece of music by Gustav Holst called Mercury from his Planet suite. You may be able to access this music via YouTube. Listen to it while you use all of your senses to experience Mercury. Next, get ready to do your formal contemplation on Mercury while you listen to 141.27 Hertz music softly in the background. You may be able to access this tonal music via YouTube. Find a recording that is 20 to 30 minutes in length. Close your eyes and vividly visualize an image of the planet Mercury for a few moments, and then let it fade. Next, replace it with an image of the Roman god Mercury holding a caduceus, and then let your mind soften and flow for the next 20 minutes while this 141.27 Hertz music plays softly in the background, and see what else comes into your mind. After you have completed the 20-minute contemplation, go about your day and think about all the qualities of Mercury. Come to understand how important Mercury is for our thinking and communication capabilities. Then go on with your day, allowing additional thoughts about the meaning of Mercury to filter through your consciousness. Mercury, Part 2. In this section, we will incorporate all that you have experienced of what Mercury is with the energies of the zodiacal signs. Whole books are written on this subject, but my point here is not to write a book that you just read and then forget about because you never access the reasons of how and why it is. I want you to be able to understand the root of where all of this is coming from. This will help you into the position of being able to interpret the material for yourself. I want to help you reach that higher state of mind that simply knows. In the beginning of each zodiacal section, I will place a short key and symbol. Section. These are meant to give you quick access to what each of the Mercury positions through the zodiac means, through the intellectual and intuitive mind accessed through imagery. Mercury in Aries. Key. Communications are spontaneously and enthusiastically initiated. Symbol. A sports broadcaster excitedly talks of the game in progress. Mercury in Aries is cardinal fire. The Mercury in Aries person is outspoken and direct, cardinal fire, in their speech patterns. These people like to present fresh, exciting new ideas, cardinal. However, once the excitement has worn off, they will drop it and move on to another exciting new idea or project, fire. The Mercury in Aries person is mentally always on the go. They never seem to have enough time to do everything that they want. These people are very straightforward and speak convincingly about things that they believe in. Honesty is a major component of their mental makeup, and they are simply unable to agree with someone if they honestly don't. They also have a tendency to be blunt in their speech patterns and a bit tactless in their rush to communicate the facts as they see them. After reading this piece on Mercury in Aries, go into a contemplation on other qualities of the Aries Mercury position, cardinal fire, that would be in keeping with the energies of this Mercury position, and then spend the rest of the day considering and reflecting on this. Because Mercury never travels very far away from the Sun, Mercury will only be capable of being one sun sign before the sun sign or one sun sign after. So contemplate what it would be like for a Pisces, Aries, and Taurus sun sign to have a Mercury in Aries. Keep practicing this art of combining and interpreting these different energies. Now observe all the people in your world. Watch them and look for the Aries Mercury qualities. Can you see the mentally aggressive, dynamic, pioneering thinker? Astrology is very much an observing science and art form. Mercury in Taurus. Key. Communication is practical and deliberate. Symbols. A farmer explains his crop rotation methods. Mercury in Taurus is fixed earth. The Mercury in Taurus person's mind operates in a very deliberate, methodical fashion. Fixed earth. These people hate being rushed or forced to communicate before they have completely mulled through and digested the idea in question. Fixed earth. The Mercury in Taurus person may be slower to grasp a new concept or to learn a new skill than other Mercury positions, but once learned, the knowledge will stay forever. These people have great perseverance and will become very skilled at whatever they put their minds and hands to. This is because they are willing to devote the time and attention necessary to succeed. It is not so much because of their intellectual brilliance, but because they have the ability to concentrate and follow a project through. These people also show strong abilities in drawing or singing. After reading this short piece on Mercury in Taurus, go into a contemplation on other qualities of the Taurus-Mercury position, fixed earth, that would be in keeping with the energies of this Mercury position. Then spend the rest of the day considering and reflecting on this. Because Mercury never travels very far away from the Sun, Mercury will only be capable of being one sign before, the Sun sign, and one sign after it. So contemplate what it would be like for an Aries, Taurus, and Gemini Sun sign to have a Mercury in Taurus. Keep practicing this art of combining and interpreting these different energies. Now observe all the people in your world. Watch them and look for the Taurus-Mercury qualities. Can you see the mentally down-to-earth, slow, steady qualities of this Mercury position? Astrology is very much an observing science and art form. Mercury in Gemini. Keynote. Multiple ideas are communicated with versatility and speed. Symbol. A curious child smiles with delight at books in a library. Mercury in Gemini is mutable air. Mercury in Gemini has an extremely active, lively, and versatile mind. Mutable air. These people are quick to grasp new ideas and just as quick to lose interest. Mutable. Once their curiosity has been satisfied. Air. These curious people have a multitude of interests. They like to sample a little bit of everything. However, the discipline to study any one subject in depth is not their strong point. These people are mentally restless and are easily bored, so they may change jobs or locations frequently or do work that requires travel. The Mercury in Gemini person is usually very good at working with the public. This is because they really enjoy meeting all kinds of new people, talking and learning a little bit about them. Mercury and Gemini people often have a flair for languages and love to play around with words. Their ability to be articulate and communicate well is one of their greatest strengths. After reading this short piece on Mercury and Gemini, go into a contemplation on other qualities of the Gemini-Mercury position, mutable air, that would be in keeping with the energies of this Mercury position. Then spend the rest of the day considering and reflecting on this. Because Mercury never travels very far away from the Sun, Mercury will only be capable of being one sign before, the Sun sign, and one sign after it. So contemplate what it would be like for a Taurus, Gemini, or Cancer Sun sign to have a Mercury in Gemini. Keep practicing this art of combining and interpreting these different energies. Now observe all the people in your world. Watch them and look for the Gemini-Mercury qualities. Can you see the mentally quick, bright, and versatile qualities of this Mercury position? Astrology is very much an observing science and art form.